A mysterious device suddenly appeared on the side of the road that could predict one's death pattern by simply putting in a coin and taking a drop of blood. The first customer, a lady on a morning jog, curiously put in the coin and nervously inserted her finger into the device. The machine immediately popped up a note showing that her cause of death was old age. Seeing this result, the lady smiled with satisfaction as this was her ideal way of passing away. However, as she was walking across the street with the headphones, she was hit by a car. It turned out that the car was owned by an old man, and dying of old age actually meant being killed by an old man. The second customer is a married, balding man whose death was caused by a bear. As a result, he begins to avoid all things bear-related, including his favorite gummy bears and the bear's favorite honey. His wife, however, wants to go camping in the wilderness, and the balding man decides to accompany him, despite his fear of bears. Along the way, they proceed with caution, and he carries an axe with him in case of a bear attack, even holding it close to him while he sleeps. Fortunately, no bears attacked them on their excursion, and the balding man began to let his guard down, believing the death prediction to be complete nonsense. However, just as he was enjoying his delicious honey, a huge black bear came out of a trash can and hugged him so tightly that it eventually strangled him alive. This situation is just unbelievable. Forcing in such a plot setup in order to achieve the goal of having a quest character die would not have been a bear scene at all in the office. A hot woman on the beach asks the skinny man next to her for help applying sunscreen. The man scrutinizes the woman and then resists his inner urge to turn her down repeatedly. The reason was that he had made a death prediction the day before, which showed that contact with this hot woman would result in his death, so he had to keep his distance to ensure his safety. Before leaving, he felt his rejection was too cold and turned back to apologize to her. Suddenly, a woman surrounded by flames rushes over and burns him to death. It turns out that the hot girl in the note doesn't mean a woman with a hot body, but a woman whose whole body is on fire. Tennis player Ryoma also wants to know his fate when he passes by a device called Death Machine. After the operation, he gets a note that says parachute malfunction. From then on, whatever he did, he was always distracted because he had never tried skydiving before and did not understand how he could die from a parachute malfunction. One day, while he was playing tennis with his friends, a pilot falling from the sky hit him right on the spot, killing him instantly. And the cause of the pilot's accident was none other than a parachute malfunction. Lisa is a young man with a passion for sci-fi movies and time travel shows. The result of his test was time travel. Upon learning the results, he excitedly runs back to his dormitory to tell his roommate, but the roommate thinks it's all a lie and inadvertently knocks him out with an alarm clock. When he wakes up, Lisa turns out to be really time traveled. Unfortunately, however, he traveled to the time of the American Civil War and died in a hail of bullets before he could react. The movie 5 Unexpected Ways to Die is a darkly humorous horror comedy film co-directed by 5 directors, including Matt Johnson, Dennis Duggan, David Jackson, Tim Miller, and Paul Walker. The movie is told through 5 separate short films about 5 unique ways to die. The movie made me deeply realize that every moment in life is unpredictable and we should cherish every moment now. At the same time, the movie also reveals some problems in modern society in an ironic way, such as the over-reliance on technology and the indifference of human nature. That's all for today's story. If you like me, remember to like and follow me.